U.S. Attorney Will Thompson says while there's no indication as of now that a cover-up went beyond the 8 Southern Regional Jail correctional officers charged in connection with the jailhouse death of inmate Quantes Burks in March 2022, the lockup had a disturbing culture.
There was a culture there. I mean, we've got 8 people facing federal felonies as a result of this, 2 of which have already pled. It went, from at least the leadership within the jail all the way down to the guards themselves, having some type of culture of wanting to keep the truth away from the public.
Burke's family suspected a bigger cover-up after it took a private autopsy to show Burks was apparently beaten to death while handcuffed.
I still stand on what I said from my very first interview, that people would be held accountable for what they did.
The civil rights case against ex-jail guards Mark Holdren, Corey Snyder, and Jonathan Walters alleges they beat and handcuffed Burks while Jacob Booth and Ashley Toney failed to intervene in the unlawful assault. All 5 correctional officers, as well as former Lieutenant Chad Lester, were also charged for covering up the use of unlawful force. 2 other former COs, Steve Wimmer and Andrew Fleshman, have already pled guilty to conspiring to violate the 37-year-old inmate's civil rights and face up to 10 years in prison. For 5 of these defendants, this is effectively a federal murder trial with a potential maximum penalty of life in prison.
It's a civil rights violation, and it will essentially, be treated as a murder by the courts or a death, an unlawful death by the courts, because he had the right, of course, to be treated humanely while he was incarcerated, and being beaten to death is certainly not being treated humanely.
Recently appointed Homeland Security Secretary Mark Sorcea claims state officials alerted federal authorities to this matter and have no tolerance for abuse of any kind. In Charleston, Bob Aaron, Eyewitness News.